What's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. I'm so sorry about the fuck up right there. Um, I mean, what can I say? The internet decided to fuck up on me just right when I wanted to stream, and I had to restart that shit. And for some reason, right, these new internet that you have, right, that you pay a lot of money, but the thing is, it takes like 25 minutes to fucking upload that shit before it even starts working. So that's a bit of a pain in the ass. But never mind. We're here. What's good though? Hope you guys doing well. Happy New Year to all you guys there. Wishing you all nothing but the best health, success, happiness, and so on and so forth. And we're in the new year 2024, and there's a lot of things to look forward to. Number one, ETF. I think that's been on everyone's lips for such a long time. And what else we got? Oh yeah, we got Bitcoin halving. How can we forget that shit? So, man, I'm fucking vibing right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm vibing on the idea that there's an ETF approval coming around, hopefully. And then we've also got the halving, and then we can start the bull run kicking off it on a big momentum as well. And just remember, you guys are here quite early on. Those who come in afterwards, right? Because I don't know if you guys remember this at all. In January of last year itself, I did say out that like buying alts in this year of 2023 will increase your chance for like 100x's, and there's many 100x opportunities out there. Some of them has hit for us as it is, but nevertheless, once you step in, the idea is like the way I'm looking at it is two ways. Number one, I'm going to be trading on leverage, right, which is separate, and number two, I'll be trading for spot. So I'm buying and hodling that shit, and I don't really have any intention to actually sell. So going forward, there's a lot of projects I've actually I've invested into, like Paul, AIX, AIT, Cresso. What else, man? We got loads, man. A new one that I just invested into is some meme tokens regarding about ETF is IBIT, IBIT. I'll talk about it tomorrow. I think I'll do a stream tomorrow itself. I'm not too sure because I'm gonna go shopping, to be honest. Between us, between me and you guys, I'm gonna go shopping tomorrow. But I will look into actually doing another stream. But in regards to alts, but nevertheless, let's get cracking. Who do we have here? We got Kaiser in the house. Good to have you here. Bomb Biggie, my bro, here. We got Chukwu. Good to have you there. It's a great year ahead of us, man, inshallah. John Kaboosh, good to have you here too as well. Bomb Biggie, I can't believe I never made you as a moderator, man. How the hell I've never done that? There you go. Now you can kick people out and stuff like that. Well, guys, do you think we can have a ETF today? I don't really know if there's gonna be an ETF today, but it looks like it's quite late, to be honest. What time is it? 8:18, so what? 3:18. It's a bit late now, if you ask me. Brian lost 20k from the drop. Need to make it back. Fucking hell, that's a mad one, It's a mad one. Same here, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I lost a little bit more than 20k, to be honest, but in the drop itself. But nevertheless, spot bags are spot bags, isn't it? They're gonna go back up, inshallah, as well. So hang in there. We're gonna do quite well on there. We got Rack in the house. Good to have you here. Adil, love from Pakistan, man, bro. Love from the UK and from Mauritius as well. That's where I'm from originally. What else we got? We got Labinat. Oh, walaikum salam. Good to have you here. Fucking hell. My trip in Dubai was good, It was good. I'll tell you something now. I enjoyed Dubai. Don't get me wrong. I had a great time. The family had a great time. I took the whole family with me. It was quite a mad one as well. I had a great time. I ain't gonna lie to you. However, I don't like feeling freaking lazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Brian, I think your Heartbreak Crypt. I remember you. Yeah. Good to have you here, man. So, thing is with going into Dubai, I get a bit too comfortable, and being too comfortable right early on in this stage is not a good idea. So that's not gonna be me. I'm gonna actually get things get things kicking off. But the first important thing we're gonna do is talk about dollar, SPX, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Right? It's really important, and I want you guys to follow this. Right? And inshallah, we'll actually make things a lot more easy, a lot more simple. And hopefully, like, let's say if I die tomorrow or one day in the future, before the bull run ends, you don't really need me to tell you what to do as well. So you'll be having good technical good technical analysis abilities to understand and harness your skills and get better at this. So you can actually, it's not about predicting the top. It's never about predicting the top. We don't know when the top is. We don't know when the bottom is. We don't know anything. What we do is we have to read what the market tells us and play as it is, one step at a time. No need to rush into the market. It's only been 5 days in the freaking new year, man. You know what I'm saying? We've got 360 days left to go. The halving starts in freaking end of April. So we've got about another 4 months of that left to go for that. So we've got a long time. So don't stress about anything. Don't worry about what, the ups and the downs. Remember, if you're playing the hodl game, you're playing the hodl game. Don't fucking touch that shit. I'll tell you something. I think I've told you guys already in it, but I'll tell you again. I bought Luna fucking for 30 cents, bruv. Let me bring this up, right? I'm gonna bring up the chart, bro. The Luna chart. Let me see if I can find the Luna chart. Excuse me there. Luna, Puna, not Puna, Luna. Excuse me there. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can get Luna. There we go. Boy, this is where I bought Luna, man. Right. So this is an example. I know this is a really terrible example to use Luna after what he's done, but I'm giving you an example of the hodl game and whatnot as well. So I bought Luna in around like freaking 30 cents. It was about September, around here in the beginning itself, around 30 cents I bought, and you can see this whole consolidation period here, right? So we should be talking about BTC and Ethereum, but I'm giving you an example on hodl, and I'm gonna keep talking about this over and over again, but like, it shouldn't be boring for you guys. It's a lesson for you guys. So you got Brian saying that he lost 20k. I'll tell you something, that I fucking could have made a lot more money than this shit, right? But I didn't. I fucked up big fucking time. But don't do my mistake. Hodl the shit out of it, right? And play this level to level. And time it with Bitcoin, dollar, and SPX. As simple as that. Don't ever overcomplicate that shit. When people say to me, yo, what's your target for AIX? What's your target for PAR? What's your target? Bruv, I don't fucking know, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't fucking know. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. None of us know where the top is going to be. But what I will be doing is analyzing dollar index, BTC, and Ethereum, and they start showing me bearish market structure. There's my fucking target, and that should be our target too as well. So if it's breaking down and it looks like it's going to be a bear market, you got to start taking profits off the board as well. People are still going to be bullish, right? Say, oh, we're going to go higher and higher and higher. But it's not the case. It's not the case. If the market is looking bearish, dollar's looking bullish, SPX is breaking down, BTC is breaking down, Ethereum is breaking down, you telling me your fucking alts are going to hold? No fucking way, bruv. You're fucking losing it. So, I don't know where my targets are, but going to Luna, I bought fucking Luna in these fucking consolidation period, man. This area here, you see this dead ass fucking PA right there, right? That's a proper dead ass PA. That high over here and that around that low itself. Let me just make it a bit more neater. I think I should, for the sake of argument's sake, I can use this high over here, right? That high there, and I'll use this low over here, all right? It's a range band environment, and what it is, consolidation. We have the initial listing, the pump up, and then we come back down, and it's all dead over here. So I bought Luna at 30 cents, right? I was quite happy about that, and I was like, yo, where's the targets going to be? Bruv, targets was over here, fam. Initial targets, you could say, is over here, bruv. All-time high. 56 cents. Fucking Luna, 56 cents. I started selling at $1, bruv. I started selling Luna at $1 fucking dollar. Oh, fuck did I live with myself, man? Because look, from $1 onwards, $3, $4, $5 and stuff like that, I started selling in it, right? By 10, I was out. By 10, I was fully out, right? Bro, look at this, man. $1, I was like, yo, let's fucking take some profits here, right? I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a 3x move in it. I'm quite happy about that. 2021 is fucking bullish. Remember that as well. Retail start coming in, and I'm selling to retail, and they're making money off my fucking 3x. They probably make a fucking 50x out of that shit. So that's how dumb I was as well. But yeah, you can see that, man. Goes up to $3. I was like, yo, take some profits over here a bit more, and then by 10, I was out. Over here, by 10, I was out. And look at this motherfucker. It got above. Yeah, it pulled back. Did I buy over here? No, fucking, I didn't. I didn't buy into it. I didn't buy Luna, right? I thought yo, I don't know. But you can see what happens. Obviously, this is nasty as well. But you can see what happens. The market structure is bullish until we break market structure, okay? I mean, this was a nasty one. Of course, 100% as well. And also, you have to bear in mind, 2022 was the start of the bear market as well. This was the only one that actually popped up. There's a deviation, exit liquidity stuff. And then Do Kwon fucked up as well. And he's on the run. Don't know if he's in prison or whatnot, but that's not my business in it. As long as I'm not in prison, I'm good. So I'm here talking to you guys there, so that's a good sign. But anyway, but you see the point is, there's this from 30 cents, right? Look, I'll bring up a calculator just to show you the stupidity I did as well. So 30 cents. Let's say my average sell in total is about $5. So 5 divided by 30 cents. I made 16x in it. Alhamdulillah for that. Don't get me wrong. I'm quite happy about that. But boy, if I was smart and timed it with Bitcoin, right? Remember, like from the last session, we talked about Bitcoin. It did show its the top on the 11th of December, of November, 11th or 12th of November, which was around here, right? Which is about here, right? So even if I sold at $50, right, and it's breaking down, and even if it rallied up, but then whatnot, who gives a shit? But even if I sold at $50, right, $50 is this 50 divided by 0.3. I know it's 166x. No, whoopsie daisy. $50 divided by 0.3. No. Fuck off. I can't even do math today. 166x. So you know what I'm saying? So if you put like $1,000 in that, that'll be $166,000. 10 grand, 1.6 million. I messed up on that. You know, big one. But nevertheless, I've learned the mistake. I'm teaching you guys, and I'm giving you my experience of all my fuck ups, so you don't do the same mistake that I've done, and you can make it a one-hit home run and walk away as a fucking champ for the rest of your fucking life. That's all it is. That's all it comes down to. But nevertheless, let's go back to dollar index and let's focus on the real deal, right? It's a new year, man. It's a new freaking year, and let's be positive, right? Let's not freaking be all negative about freaking how I sold Luna like at $5 like a complete dickhead I am. I will never stop talking about that. You got Herman. How's it going, man? Love from Andaman and Nicobar. Where's that? Let me see. Where's that? Andaman. I like to see some new countries or places. Andaman and Nicobar Island. From the territory of India. Yo, bruv, this is where you from. That is fucking lit, fam. It's like Mauritius. Reminds me of Mauritius, man. Big love to you, man. And the bar. I want to leave that up here so I can actually just come back to this and look at booking a holiday one day as well. Anyway, what else have we got? Adel in the house. Oh yeah, we said that. Emmanuel, how's it going, brother? Yeah, personal record on deadlift, man. And on portfolio, inshallah, for all of us as well. We got Mexi God in the house too as well. Realistic. I fumbled on Mubi. Similar way. Cashed out average 3R in a bit. Currently sitting at... I know that feeling is a horrible feeling, isn't it, bro? It's a really horrible feeling. But do you know what? It's the honest thing is that I can say is that we learn from the mistakes that we've done. And going forward, what we can do is actually get better. And don't make those simple mistakes as well. Remember, like for me, the way I see this from the beginning of the year... I bought in and I'm buying in. I'm still buying in. I've just recently got into a couple more new projects as well. Guardian's another one. Deal was one. Deal should be making some mad all-time high right now, I'm guessing. Let me have a quick look at that. Sorry. I gotta look at my bag. So 261. Okay, that's cool. We need to rip that up as well. I think he's gonna make an all-time high. But never mind. But yeah, I got into a couple of them as well. I'm just holding on to it. And on the way up, you start selling profits slowly, okay? What's your thoughts on LCX? I have to do this. I'll have to do like a stream on alts tomorrow, to be honest as well. I just want to focus on this whole thing because if you think about it, we killed 14 minutes talking shit. So we got some work to do. We really got some work to do, right? So let's just get cracking, and then tomorrow we'll look at doing the stream itself. So what I want you to focus on is this particular area here, right? Number one, right? Actually, no, fuck it. Go to the yearly because you know what's important? It's a new year. Excuse me. It's a new year. Right, so we need to start understanding where we are, where we closed at, and whatnot. Okay, so we close at this particular level here, right? Whoopsie daisy. Come on, you don't want to fucking respond. What kind of bullshit is this, man? Right, yeah, cool. So we close right here. This is it's lagging. What? There we go. All right, it's cool. I don't know why that's doing. Anyway, we close up here, right? So that's the yearly close and that's the yearly open. What the fudge is going on, bruv? Let me just close this up there. Just when I want to do some work as well, bruv. Epic Pen, exit. Cool. Open up Epic Pen again. Turn off, bruv. I don't need you right now. Let me try this again. There we go. That's much better. Now it's got. So that's the yearly close, right? Yearly close. This is the new yearly open. We pushed up in the market there. Above the yearly open is bullish. Okay. We are looking for potentially getting back below the yearly open to be bearish to send it back down lower. Okay. Now all this is a range. We talked about the range. I'm going to bring it back up. What is the range high? The range high is this high over here. Okay. That's 2016 high and we've got 2016 low. As you can see, all it is, it's ping pong up and down within this area here. when 2022 we spiked up, or if essentially you can look at it, we closed below this key area here. So that key SR is one of the most important SRs in the dollar history right now, as we're talking right now. So which means that if we were able to get back above, if we close above it, that means any pullbacks, we're looking for a breakup, bullish price action to start going for this high, last year's high, and the previous year high. That'll be liquidity. Okay, remember we talked about price always goes for two things: fair value gaps and liquidity. We talked about that before. It's the same situation there. Whether you're looking at the yearly, the daily, the monthly, quarterly, whatever, 15 minutes, it's always looking for liquidity or fair value gaps. That's the two ways it plays, okay? Now, give me a moment, guys. I'll get back to you as well. Let me just focus on this. So that's what the things that we're looking for. So if we close above, bullish, then we're looking for pullbacks. But what we've done is we've closed it twice. Let me delete that. Twice, 2 years in a row below it. Remember one thing: when it comes to higher time frame, you don't fuck with higher time frame. That means yearly open is always going to be greater than the monthly. The monthly is always greater than the weekly. Weekly is greater than the daily, and so on and so forth. As a smaller time frame, the weaker you get. So yearly, this is a yearly range. This is a very, very important range for us, no matter what it is. So the fact that we close, whoopsie daisy, no matter what, the fact that we close below it, right, shows us there's weakness in the market. There's no strength to get back above it. It's gonna, I think there's no strength to get back above it. So it's gonna start pulling down. We've had 1 year to try and push it up. The second year to do so, it's game over, and we're making higher, I think, lower highs. So if we're making lower highs, and then we started the yearly open and we're pushing up, I don't mind us coming back into the year, into 2016 high, and then pull it, maybe a deviation, right? Then break down, come back to the yearly open for a retest, get back below the yearly open, and then we send it down to the mid-range, go down to the range low. And if we start pushing back down on the dollar index, that means SPX is bullish, BTC is bullish, Ethereum is bullish, and essentially your fucking alts will all be bullish. That's the whole key when it comes to the higher time frame, looking at dollar index, and that's what we're looking at. There's no, I think the thesis of idea, and if you look at it in terms of, the thesis in terms of being bullish on dollar index is kind of locked up. It's very, very difficult to say so. I don't see us becoming bullish unless we can actually close above it and take out these highs and reclaim this high. Then I would say, okay, then fuck it, we have to take out the high. Until then, it's showing me higher lows, right? This high here is lower than this high over here, so it's bearish. It's showing me absolute bearishness right there, already on the spot off the yearly. Okay, so now that's the key thing. I don't mind us coming back into this high, but it needs to find resistance. A deviation is one thing, but get back underneath it, shank it back down to the yearly open, and then sell off to the mid-range to range low. Now, what if we decide to get back, we don't go any further? What if that's the high of the year? Quite possibly. I don't know. Maybe. But what I do want to see is this. This is the key price action for us to start saying bearish on dollar, bullish on SPX, bullish on BTC, and bullish on Ethereum, and again, bullish on alts. That's the only thing that I'm looking for right now. I don't give a two shits about any other price action that's coming out there, whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum. I'm focused on dollar, lads and ladies and gents. I'm focused on this, because if you remember, I think it was 2 weeks ago, we talked about timing the top of Bitcoin, looking at how dollar index was working out, bullish market structure. Once we did deviation and we started showing being bullish price action, this was once we did that over here, right? And you can go back to the video. I think it's like 2 weeks ago. It was the BTC and Ethereum one. It's not going to be the alt session one. It's going to be the BTC and Ethereum one. And once we did that, the top came in. Well, that breakout over here happened on the 12th of November, which was also the top of BTC. BTC did a down candle, and that's it. Never came back down, and never came back up, and it just came back down. It's the same situation. So once we're over here, we will figure out what's next. All right. What do I mean by that is that we will have to try to understand is that, are we going to find support of this area here and should be bullish price action? And if that's happened, this will be your ultimate confirmation to get the fuck out of Bitcoin. Off you go. Take your profits. All your long-term bags, take your profits. I don't really give a shit. I don't care if Bitcoin's at 120k, 150k, 300, 400, or even 4 or 5 million. I don't care. If dollar index is showing me bullishness, that's all I give a damn about. So going into BTC and the BlackRock situation and whatnot, and the ETF situation. Look, we're in regardless of ETF or not. I've been in Bitcoin since 2017, and that was way before ETF. People were talking shit about Bitcoin, the China FUD, the Indian FUD, the fucking every FUD that you can think of as well, the American FUD, the Binance FUD, the FTX FUD. We've been in through that shit as well, and we're still here. We're still here because we still believe in a time that we can make the most out of it and really change our lives for the better. Something that our fucking 9 to 5 job ain't gonna do, really, to be honest as well. Our 9 to 5 job, we got some fucking dumbass motherfucking manager, and you think to yourself, how the fuck are you there, right? And like, and he or she's bossing you around. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So fuck your bosses. I mean, don't do that. You gotta work. You gotta work until you can retire. But do you know what I mean? Like, it's at the end of the day, I think Bitcoin gives us an opportunity for everybody. It helps us, like, because you know how the rich stays rich, bro. The poor becomes rich. That's the fucking beauty about BTC, man. So that's the beautiful thing. Anyway, dollar index. That's the 12-year. Going back onto the more intricate little detail right there. Bring up these levels there. I want to explain a few levels here and see what's going on there, and then we can make a plan on what we're looking for in terms of the retest of 2016 high. Now, 2023, the majority of the time we played in this area here. There's a range in this area here. The range is this January's high, January's low, and this whole range that you see in purple, let me just mark this out. That high there, see lazy. Again, it's deciding to bug up on me a little bit. I don't know why. And this low here, there we go. All right, what we got here is January's range. And all we've done throughout the year is play in that deviation, 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 resistance, deviation, deviation. So regardless of what the situation is, what did we say before we even come into this? We said we don't mind it coming back in 2016 high and doing a deviation of 2016 high. Okay, and then but we need to get back below 2016 high. That's the key thing, right? So now, if I throw in my levels, what is 2016 high? 2016 high comes into this level here, that level there. Now this level here is approximately where the mid-range is. So you see how we play range band environment? Low, let me change the colors. Low to mid, mid to high, back down to mid, back down to low, back down to high, sorry, to mid. Does a deviation, comes back down to low, deviates there. I thought we were going down lower, but instead it does a nasty deviation, back down to mid, to high, deviates there, mid, fucking low, and we're looking to go potentially to the mid, which is the 2016 high. So we don't really mind it going back up, which means BTC can still be a little bit more bearish for the time being, which is not a problem. We'll make a planning for that in just a moment there. So all I need to see is let dollar index come back up, do his deviation. I don't want to see us take out this high there because we are looking for lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Let the lower high be in place, and then we can make a new lower low. And then once we start breaking down, let me delete all that shit. Once we start breaking down below the 2016 high, that's when I'll say, you know what, I think the top is in. This is be your invalidation there. Play it back down to the mid-range over here. Sorry, to range low. Once we lose this level there, this is going to be the key low right here. Let me just mark this out right over. Let me get this, not that. This one over here. There we go. And that's the key SR that the whole market for last year has been hanging around, finding support. And once we can break down below it, then we can say play it back down to the mid-range, bearish on the dollar, bearish on dollar, bullish on Bitcoin, bullish on Ethereum, bullish on SPX, and we should be good to go. Right? Yeah, sorry, Kaiser's leaving. Take care of yourself, brother. Sometimes I see you in Elise using Fib. Do you look for extreme high and extreme low for commons level? Yeah, bro. That's the thing is, I just yeah, pretty much what I just said there. So when I was explaining the range band environment, it's like I got my ranges in it, so I like to see a deviation and then take the long with a stop loss here, playing it for target 1, then target 2. So you've got resistance, and then take the trade, stop loss over here, target 1, target 2, do a deviation, stop loss here, target 1, and then look for target 2. But it starts breaking down, you cut the trade, play it back down, and that'll be your short stand playing back down to the range low. Does again deviation, bullish price action there here. You can enter in here. This is your far extreme low there, but you can go for a stop loss there. Again, target 1, target 2. Do another deviation, breaks down over here. Once we start stepping down, I mean, you have to figure out this is your complete invalidation. I was very bearish around when we came for a retest over here, but in the Discord they knew about this quite evidently and very obvious. We talked about that quite a number of times, and then obviously you can work it back down to target 1, target 2, and then again Deviation looking at target 1, potentially target 2, but this time we are quite looking for bearish scenarios as long as we actually get down below 2016's high. Right, whew, that's a lot of words there. I think I deserve a fucking drink, man. I need a fucking I need you to hit me up on this one as well. Tell me if this is fucking gay, innit? Right? I've got myself a fucking bracelet, innit? Having a bracelet, is that fucking gay or shit, man? I don't know. Like, I like it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I actually do like it. But I don't know, it's a bit gay. I should be saying that. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are. Right, so that's the freaking dollar index out of the way. SPX, right? Quickly just talk about SPX, right? Where I'm gonna get the ES futures there. Let's see, ES, there we go, ES. Now ES, right, it's importantly, right, we've got this range bound environment here. Let me mark this out, and we're gonna just touch base on this so you guys understand what I'm talking about, okay? We've got the range high. Come on, what's going on? Why is it lagging on me today? There we go, that's the range high. And then we got the range low. Okay? And then we got the mid range. Okay? Keeping this nice and simple. Okay? What we've got here, the range high over here, oopsie daisy. The range high, got a stop run, come down to range low, do a deviation in the mid range. We're playing within this area here. Push up to the range high itself. Again, it's a deviation, so looking like that potentially we can come back down to the range low. Now, what we're looking for is to time it with the dollar index. What I want to see, personally speaking, right, is that look, there's going to be areas of support of this, right? Number one is this area here. That's the first area of support. The second area of support I would say will be, I'd say this area here. Okay, now, and then we've got the mid-range. Okay, so what we're looking for potentially, right, is letting price come back down, maybe comes into here. If it holds this level, that's the first pullback I would like to see. And at the same time, if we do bullish price action start breaking up to something like this, I want to see dollar index finding resistance at 2016 high, and that's the key thing right there. Or it could come back down a little bit deeper, right, into this area here, hold above it, start playing for the longs towards the range high. But ultimately, the whole thing comes down to, right, once we start seeing that SPX, right, whatever it wants to do, reclaims this range high over here, holds above this, that's when we can say it's going to be bullish for the SPX, and we should start seeing bearish in the dollar index. That's the whole key thing on the SPX I want to talk about. There's nothing more to it apart from that. So it comes down to actually reclaiming that that range high, and then we can start saying, well, if the stocks are going bullish, of course Bitcoin's going to be bullish, and everyone wants to know what's going to happen with Bitcoin. So we're looking at the dollar index, we're looking at the SPX, and we also got to start keying into Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin, right? There's a couple of ranges we need to talk about. The first one I want to talk about, right, is literally going to stick with 2022's range, right? As you can see, you got 2022 high, 2022 is low, and that's the mid-range. And from the mid-range, and I want you to pay attention to this because we're going to touch base on this in just a moment as well. You see how we actually had the consolidation over here, but we spiked into it. Let me show you. Right? We spiked into the mid-range there, and then what happens is it pulls back and comes back down, but this is the low that holds in place because of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Bullish market structure is a continuation there. But what I want you to remember is the mid-range is always going to have a reactionary area. It's always going to be quite strong when it comes to like having some sort of reaction. What we want to see is a reclaim of this level there, bullish price action, and then we can start taking for longs. Okay, that's all you want to see. But in reality, it was all in a range bound environment of a quarterly level. That's the quarterly high, high and low, deviation, find support off this, all the block right here. Let me show you this. Oopsie daisy. Fucking keyboard's playing up today. Oh, that's why, because the battery's probably running out. No, yeah, I need to charge it afterwards anyway, never mind. But yeah, there you go. That's the order block there, the down candle there, that holds in place. You can find consolidation, spikes up, finds underneath it, comes back down, reclaims it, bounces perfect off it there. Bullish price action, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and we keep going up higher prices there. Whoopsie daisy. So that's when you're looking at the Bitcoin in the hot in this area. That's where the key thing is now. Now, we're looking at this, right? I want you to understand a few things, okay? We've got a couple of things going on in terms of the current price action there. Let me mark out a few things on my own, on itself, right, without actually any of these all these malarkeys, okay? The first one, right, is that, when we dumped the other day and we start pulling back and everyone's like, oh, yo, I think it's game over and whatever. Look, the trend is your friend, right? That's the first key thing is, right? As long we think, like, I'm gonna have to look at thingy. Yo, it's Touche's here, bro. What you saying, man? I ain't seen you in fucking time, gay, bro. Touche's calling it gay. Fucking hell, bro. And even Cam is calling it gay. Rah. I got bullied, fam. I got fucking bullied. Fucking pricks, man. Jump on my stream calling me gay. You fucking pricks. Oh, fucking hell, bro. Stress me out, bro. I need to have a smoke, man. Fucking pricks. Maybe it is, man. What do you guys think? It's two people call me gay, innit? Right, but anyway, so going into this, right, looking at what you call it, Bitcoin. The trend's your friend. I'm not looking for shorts. Yeah, I can't look for shorts at all. This is support. That support. That support. That support. That's a fucking fat ass support, and that's a support there. Meaning this is invalidation. If you remember, I actually had a post on Twitter. Maybe you saw it. Maybe you didn't. Let me bring it up. Beginning of the year, let me try and find it somewhere. Beginning of the year, I took a long there we go. Yeah, there we go. Here, this is the long that I took, right? I explained it as well. Same trend line there, trend line holding a support, therefore not going to fuck with it. Aggressive stop loss would have been here, invalidations here. I've entered in with invalidation, but that's aggressive stop loss got taken out. So what I'm looking for is this high to be reclaimed. Bullish price action. This will give me the indication to go for a long to make new highs, and well, we're looking not new highs, sorry, high of the year. And what we're looking for is going to go to 48k, 48.1k, which is 2022's range high. That's liquidity. Remember, the market runs for two things: liquidity and fair value caps. The liquidity we're looking for is 48.1k. So if we can get that, fucking let's go for it. Depends on the color. Touche. Fucking hell, bro. It's not gay though. I don't know if I should show it. No, fucking. I can't even show it. I gotta let a fucking moderator do that. Maybe Bombi can sort that out, or John. John, you might need to show the thingy because it's coming up as, yeah. But anyway, this is the area that I was looking for. I'm still in this trade personally. My entry is at 42.688. I think it's just about where my entry is anyway, so it's not a big deal. Or maybe a little bit higher. But that's where my entry is, and I put my stop loss there. So now the question comes back to this. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Oh, fuck off. Keyboard's fucking playing with me today. Delete all this shit here. That support. So would you fuck with support? Not really. And ideally, you're like, well, what's capping the high? What's capping the market? It's this level here. Fuck's sake, man. Bro, man, this is fucking pissing me off. There we go. Yeah. So that's capping the high right there, as you can see. So ideally, if you break above this high, bullish price action, that will be your fucking longs to go for 48k. Now, I don't want to do day trades kind of plans. I'm looking for more of for what you call it. More of I'm look. How do I rephrase it? I am actually looking to actually let the market do its thing first before I even step in. I'll give you an example why I'm actually being a lot more patient. It all was similar to 2018. So we got 28. Why do I keep saying that? 2023, the beginning of last year. Look at this. We had dead ass PA right over here, dead ass PA over here, dead ass PA over here. All right, that's where the whole market was capped at. Right, as you can see. We start off from the yearly open. We start grinding up, start pushing up, right? And then we start smashing above. So let the first week, it's only been the first week in it. Don't rush, right? Let the market do its thing. All I'm looking for is ultimate plays for me to enter in. And then I can start playing things on a wider scale. Do you still wear your Man U jersey? Nah, fuck that, man. That's fucking embarrassing shit, you know. I watched them play against Chelsea. We beat them in it, right? Which is all good and happy days in it. Next week, I went to watch Bayern Munich. We got fucked, fam. Fucking hell, man. I wear the fucking C jersey now. Some people call me a fucking, like, a traitor, man. I don't give a shit, bro. Like, it's like, am I a traitor to Bears for being bullish? Nah, bro. It's all about making wins, in it. Glory hunter. I don't give a fuck, man. You can actually, like, do you know what is mad? I went to Mauritius and I went to my family was like, yo, you're a bit of a prick. I go, what do you mean? I'm like, the fuck, man? I just saw you now. You call me a prick. They're like, yeah, you like, they're like, I've seen your pictures with freaking the city and going to city games. And I was like, bro, if they fucking invite you to go and watch it in the private box, wouldn't you say yes? I know Touche came with me to watch the Leipzig game, bro. We watched that game together. And that was a day that Haaland scored 5 goals in the fucking Champions League, man. It was a sick night. It was a good night. And I really enjoyed spending time with him as well. Good lad as well. Really top lad. But anyway, what we're saying is we're looking for 2 things. So if we can get above this high here, for example, right, back in 2023, we can return back to those days and say, oh, like I like to trade this again, right? Fuck off, man. Why is it doing this, man? I don't know why it's bugging up like that. If you can actually reclaim this high there, happy days, bullish price action, up we go. The next key thing is if it takes out this low over here, right, then we can start saying, yeah, this will be potentially going to 12k, maybe 10k, then Kappa would have been right. But that's your 2 points. You're looking for this extreme high and this extreme low. Is it exactly the same thing that I'm doing with Bitcoin? Same situation, and I'll tell you where our targets are going to be. I already gave you the first one, which is 48.1k, and I'm looking at potentially 62k. And you're gonna think that I'm fucking nuts. But I'll tell you something, I am. But it's gonna be worth it though, in a way. But look at this, right? The extreme end is this. This is the first extreme end. So if I break out this low over here and start showing me bearish price action, then I say, all right, we play for lower prices. But if I take out this high over here, then I will say, well, all right, let's play for higher prices. That's what it comes down to. I'm waiting for these 2 points, these 2 extreme ends, liquidity over here, liquidity over here. Remember, price is addicted to 2 things, liquidity and fair value gaps. Those are the 2 fucking liquidity. Which one are we going to go for? The fair value gap was right here. It filled out the fair value gap with here. And then this wicked over here and didn't take out my stop losses. So I'm alright in my longs right now. So all I'm looking for is, are we going to be able to actually reclaim, take out this liquidity and hold above it and start shooting up higher? If not, what it could do is this. Take out this liquidity, break down, and then I'll start looking for shorts into the midpoint between this high and this low. If it holds the midpoint, show me bullish price action, come back up and do this, fine, fuck it. If not, play back down, and then we'll see if we can get into this, and then we'll see what happens. Now, if it's going to be bearish, where is our targets going to be? All right, so let's bring this back up. We've got areas over here, okay? So that's a weekly range, by the way, okay? This is a weekly high, and that's a weekly low, and this is where the price has been stuck in. It's capped into this area. So if I bring up this, let me just do that. If I bring this up, right, and we start breaking down from this area, then I'll be looking for, well, the first thing is this trend line here. This trend line, if we break out the trend line, that'll be even much more easier, right? So that's the key trend line to me that's holding. So if it does something like this, breaks down over here, starts shooting down, I'll be looking for areas of this liquidity over here, target 1, target 2, and then target 3. That will be the area that I'd be looking for, and potentially we can go to what, 37k, 35k, and 32k. Those are 2 areas those are the 3 areas I'm looking for. At any one point, if it comes back and finds support and shows me bullish price action, I'll cut the shorts and play the longs. Over here, cut the shorts, play the longs. Or over here, well, this is where my targets is at the mid range, because what happened is we had a consolidation over here. Let me bring this out. We had the consolidation over here, breakout, retest, expansion. I'm fine with that. I don't fucking mind. I don't really mind. And then where is the target's going to be? We're going to play for 48.1k, which is this level over here. That's what we're looking for. 48.2, my bad. That's where I'll be looking for in terms of the targets there. Now, what happens if this is not bearish, right? And I'm right in being bullish because of a few things. Now, we need to analyze this as a price action point of view. The first thing we need to look for, right? We know there's liquidity resting here. The first thing we need to look for is the trend line. It's supporting the trend line there, as you can see. Right? That trend line is holding perfectly fine, no problem. The second thing is, right, what is the key area that's going to be capping this whole market? This high here. Why? It's not just because it's capping the market over here, but that was last year's high. So we took out last year's high and we found resistance. So which means that if we're coming back up and we reclaim last year's high, what that means is this is a long playing up to 48.1, 48.2k as a target. And that's the scenario that I'm looking for, bullish. That will give me confidence to say, yo, I'm on the fucking right path. Let's go for the longs and let's have a good fucking year. All right. Now, what happens after 48.42k? Right? I'm not talking about ETF, buy the rumor, sell it. I'm not talking about that. We'll talk about that when the time comes. When that happens, we'll talk about a freaking price action from there. Yes, Brian, it will be a breakout price towards 48.2k as a first target. Now, after that, what happens next? The key point will be this. Make up another chart. This is a daddy of all daddies range, and I've been talking about this for quite some time. You can see where we are at the yearly open right over here. Let me bring this over there. Right, that's the yearly open right here, and as you can see, this is the whole range of 2021. First quarter's low, first quarter's high. Consolidation over here, we find a deviation, find support over there, deviation, support, sells it off. This is all a deviation of the range low. We've come back to the mid-range, and remember we said about the mid-range, there's always a reactionary area. It's the same thing right here, lads. It's the same thing. Nothing's really changed when it comes to BTC. Right, no matter what the range is, this is the key range there. We've come into it, found resistance. So all I'm looking for, right? So let me just bring this back up. Let me just bring up 2022's high, right? This is all I'm gonna bring up here. You're gonna think I'm fucking whack though in the head, innit? So it's not a problem in it. So, but it will be in our favor though, inshallah. So that's the high there, right? All I'm looking for is a reclaim above this level there, hold above this level, targeting this area here, right? And then do we come back down, pull back into 45k, hold support 45k, maybe a retest of the yearly open, but we wanted to get back up, and then we can reclaim this level here. Once we reclaim this level there, this will be bullish all the 62k. So does it come back for a retest of this 45 and potentially for a yearly open retest? Doesn't have to do that. We've already done the yearly open retest just recently as well, but ultimately it's I'm looking for a reclaim of this level, 48.1k, 48.2k, and then I can start going to all the 62k, and then that'll be my next set of targets on Bitcoin. And I reckon we can actually get that. It makes a lot of fucking sense, because if you think about it, the rule of thumb when it comes to ranges is literally this: you play from low to mid to high. Let the deviation happen, then you play back from the high to mid back down to low. From the low, play back to mid back down to high. Let the deviation happen, play back to the mid back down to low. Let the deviation happen, play back down to the mid to fucking high. Why the fuck can't we go to 62k? Tell me why not. I don't fucking think so. I don't know. Sorry, I don't think it's impossible. You know, think about it. 2023, they were talking about lower prices. They're talking about 20k, 18k. We were going to 30k, and we're still talking about 20k. We went to 35, 37k. We're talking about 20k. What's going on? Now we're at fucking 43k. You want to look about 20k? Then you say to me that 62k is like, but I'm not talking about all-time high. I'm just talking about fucking 62k. That's really it. And then we'll see what happens. Do we do a deviation and come back down, or do we do a breakout to the upside? Happy days. I don't fucking know. We'll figure it out when the time comes. And that's BTC. That's BTC. Ethereum, quite similar. I'm only talking about higher time frame prices. That's what I'm talking about, right? The first one is this. Okay, I've got to fucking sit down. I'm moving around too much. You know what it is? I've been sitting down on this fucking desk for so long, right? And I'm fucking getting cramped legs and shit like that, man. Yeah, touche. When you put it like that, it makes a lot of sense, though, doesn't it? I smoke too much, don't I? So yeah, Ethereum, similar situation, right? We've had a quarterly range over here, which consolidated over there, breakout, holding over this area. All we're looking for is a reclaim of this high over here. This high, if I just bring this up here, see these highs over here, and this high over here, and this high here, it's getting capped at a certain mid-range. And the mid-range is getting capped at 2022's mid-range. So when we talked about Bitcoin, right, Bitcoin is above the 2022's mid-range, and it's quite close to the range high. quite close to liquidity, and this is lagging. EBTC is lagging, no matter what we want to see, it is lagging behind it as well. Right, I do think that it does overtake it one day, quite soon, but I'm hoping when. It's been a while I've been waiting for. I've been thinking it was going to happen in November. We're now in fucking January, bro. So I can't do anything about it. I just gotta wait. But all I'm seeing, right, with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, all I'm looking for is just literally the similar situation. It's at the mid-range. It's getting capped over here. All I need it to do is reclaim the mid-range, hold above this, and we can start looking for levels going towards liquidity, 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 and liquidity right here. And then goes up to the midpoint between these 2 points, which will be about, let me find out the fucking point. Here to here, 3,142. Remember that number, 3,100. Call it 3,100. Because I got to target 3K first, right? 3,036 is where my target is. But that's the midpoint between these 2 points. And after that, reclaim that, going up to the range high, which is about 38.98, right? So delete that. There we go. This is all I'm looking for. That's all I'm looking for. Going playing it back to the range high. Now, if we focus on, right, actually, let me bring up the other chart there. Another chart I've got is quite similar to Bitcoin, is the 2021's second quarter's range. That's the range high. Second quarter's high. The second quarter's low. And all we've done is we've come back up to the mid-range, push up to the range high, do a deviation, back down to mid-range, mid-range back down to range low. All this was a deviation, and that was just another deviation. Broken these highs there, and it's looking to go up to where? If this is a whoopsie daisy, if this is a deviation of the range low, right? What we're looking for? To the mid-range. And the mid-range comes to what? About this level here. 3036. Remember, we said 3100. 3100. And to get 3100, 3136, right? To get 3100, really, we have to reclaim this level here, 2387, and then we can start shooting up for the 2022 highs. So, looking for more of the price action going on here. What is the points we need to look at and to focus on? The first thing is we are stuck in the range. This high, this low here, we're stuck in that low, and this high over here. We're stuck in this low over here. Sorry, this low and high. You can see the consolidation happen here. Now, does it break out, reclaims and go higher, or does it break down, shoots down and go lower? I don't know. But, however, we need to start understanding where's the yearly open, right? Just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is above the yearly open. The yearly open is here. It's the yearly open. We had a retest of the yearly open and we held. Above the yearly open is bullish, below the yearly open is bearish, right? So same thing going into Ethereum. What we need to look for. Welcome back, guys. Good to have you here, man. I'm gonna have to look at AXS tomorrow, to be honest, as well, because we're 48 minutes into the stream as well, and I'm gonna have to bounce soon as well. I'm going out for the night. When I'm going out, I'm gonna go meet my uncle. I'm gonna chill with him for a little bit. It's been a while. I haven't seen him for a little while. I do miss the Mr. Geese as well. So I'm gonna go chill tonight. But yeah, looking at this, right, when it comes to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's above the yearly open. Where is Ethereum? So if I bring up, let's delete all that. Ethereum's yearly open's right here. We are below the yearly open, so this looks quite bearish at the moment. So this is not giving me bullish vibes on Ethereum. So of course EBTC is going to be weak. Of course, also not going to rally as strong as we want it just yet. Okay. What we're looking at is literally we need to get a reclaim of the yearly open. Right, we found resistance over here. If we get a reclaim of the yearly open, hold above this, this will start telling me to go to where? To the range highs of this high over here. Okay. Now, in terms of actually the wider picture of for me to get bullish, right? I'm not looking at this high over here. This high is capping the market. This high over here is capping the market, granted. And of course, reclaiming this high over here is bullish itself. But I'm looking for extreme ends. What is the extreme points of the highs and the lows? This is the extreme high, right? And which is also 2020 last year's high. If we can take out last year's high and reclaim this level there, then Bob's your fucking uncle. Off we fucking go. That's liquidity resting there. And the second set of liquidity that we were looking at before was here. And this just looks like a stop run. Excuse me, one second. Sorry about that. So we're talking about liquidity. We've taken out the liquidity over here and we held that support. That looks like a stop run. So that looks more to me bullish. So if I want to go for a long right now, I'll put a stop loss over here. That's where I'm wrong, because if we get back below here and take out the lows, we're going to go bearish and start looking for shorts itself. But, however, if it's playing a range bound environment, playing from one liquidity to another liquidity, this is one liquidity taken out. The next set of liquidity is this high. So do we take out this high and then break down? Or do we take out the high and then start breaking up to the upside? And then only then can we start targeting $3,100, 3,036 as a target, and potentially to 3,896 or whatever the number is. Let's call it 3,900, which is 2022. And that's all I've got to say. Can't even speak. And that's all I've got to say when it comes to Ethereum and Bitcoin. It's just being patient. It's literally being patient. The whole thing is a game right now. You know, like when you look at it this way, right? So like you've got a bit of a trend line over here, right there, and even that's holding that low or support. It's all perfectly fine for the time being. We just got to be patient. Let the fucking week go. You know, there's two things you need to see. Break above this high, a close above here is bullish, a close below here is bearish. These are the only 2 points you need to worry about right now. Nothing else. Everything else is just a bunch of fucking noise. For the time being, I'm chilled. I'm relaxed. I'm not letting anything get to me. If the alts want to dip, let it dip as well. I'm more focused about what Bitcoin's doing. I'm more focused about looking for the liquidity on the upside to be taken out, and for me to start going for the dirty longs as soon as I can go for those longs there. Hopefully that helps out there. That's it for me as it is. Probably tomorrow we'll do an alt session itself. Probably the same time. I'll have to let you know. I'll post it on YouTube, it's on Twitter, sorry, but hit me a thing, fucking give me a like, but lads, as well. I really appreciate that. There's 19 likes over here, should be a lot more there, but yeah, we'll see you again tomorrow then. Take care, everyone. Have a great fucking weekend and enjoy your evening, lads and ladies and gents. Take care. Bye.